we highlighted all about adding something this weekend. I did something this weekend, and it's a simple thing. It's a simple gesture that I did for somebody, a couple of people, and to my surprise, I thought that, oh Lord, this is all I could do. But to my surprise, what I thought was just so little meant so much on the other end. And I really did it based on my heart and my capacity. But, I mean, it made such a huge difference. And so, leaders must always, in order to gain influence in people's lives, people don't want to know what you know. They want to see that you care. They want to see that you care. And don't ever get the impression that people can't tell whether you care. People can tell. People can tell. Now, some people may not say anything about it, but people can tell. Okay? Are you doing the things that you're doing to add value to people? Are you doing the things that you're doing to add value to people? I was just talking to a business person just minutes before my day ended. Before my day ended, and they were sharing with me about how they kind of price the services. They offer service. How they offer service. Now they said they could get crazy and pretty much price themselves right out of the game. But they're so concerned about helping that they price it to a place where it's comfortable for them to work for it, and it's comfortable for the client to so that everybody is happy. And I smiled because they didn't know what I was going to teach tonight. They didn't understand what I was going to teach tonight, and I thought that was so powerful because the average person structure a business so that it adds values to them, to me, brings me money, makes me look good, puts me on top of the food chain. But you got to be very careful with that. You got to be very careful with that. See, if you have an apartment, if you have an apartment that you want to rent, you're a landlord, you want to rent an apartment, you don't want to set up your apartment so that you're going to be happy, or just drop the relevant things in it that so that it can be rented. You want to set it up where when that person walks in the door, wow, I don't care what this costs, I want this, because it reflects them. And whenever you make people feel good about themselves, you get a great performance out of them. So as you set it up, in a way where whoever walks through the door, even if they can't afford it, they never stop thinking about the experience they had when they walked in that apartment. That apartment down the road, Lord, if I had the money, that would have been the one that I rented. I wish I could find something just like that, just a little cheaper. And so you make people feel good about it. You feel good about it, right? So the things that you're doing, is it to add value to people, or is it to add value to yourself? Different motivation, and I'm going to show you that's going to yield different results. What is it for? What is it for? When you promote somebody on the job, do you promote them because they are qualified? Do you promote them because they're qualified and the promotion is going to make them better, it's going to help them? What is behind it? What is behind it? You got to be very careful. You got to be very careful as a leader, that what drives you. Motives are very important. Motives connect to a desired end result. Now, you can't let your motives be so connected to this end result that you don't care what happens in getting that end result. Because I've seen leaders that have, they want a desired result, and if it meant killing the team to get that desired result, they'll kill the team. Got to watch out for that. Okay, so whatever you do has to be about adding value to people and not to yourself. See, when you add value to yourself, that's a short-lived, that is very short-lived. When everything in the room is all about you, that's a short-lived. Now that's cool when it's your room, your bedroom, your office. So it just adds value to you, right? So you could kind of get away with that. But when you're in the room with three other minds, 12 other minds, 20 other minds, 100 other minds, 5,000 other minds, 1 million minds, it can't be about you. It can't be about you. It cannot be about you. All right? Except you're the way in to get to them. It can't be about you. Because when it's about you, it is short-lived. I'll tell you this. The joy that comes in adding value to people, it makes it easy to do it over and over and over and over again. I had something, I saw something happen on Sunday. On Sunday, for some strange reason, we had 4 services. We had one at 7, one at 10:30, one at 3, and one at 6:30 in the evening. And I spoke at the 7. I conducted the 10:30 service. My friend, who's a pastor, had an anniversary, and I conducted his service. And so I had some people with me. Well, I didn't ask them to follow me, but they followed me throughout the whole day. And so one of the mothers got home after all of that. And her boys, they're not kids. They're not kids. They wanted a special something to eat, something special. She bought some food home from them from the events that we were having, and they wanted something different. And so it's like nothing. She just got up and knowing that she had to go to another service, she cooked and gave them what they wanted. And I thought that was so powerful. Now, in the back of my mind, I thought, hey, maybe the boys was a little ungrateful. She bought them home something, and they're old enough they could cook their own food, and and that was a thought until I understood what it means to love somebody. When you understand what it means to love somebody, then you would just go out of your way to do whatever it takes to make them happy. And so, as a leader, when you are people focused, and not self-focused, it brings a joy to make somebody happy. It brings a joy to make somebody happy. And then you'll continue doing it over and over again, over and over again. And there'll be nothing to it. Now, here's the thing about people, though. When people see that they are important to you, when people see that they're the number one thing in your life, they're going to add value to you. They're going to add value to you. When I looked at the people that followed me, some of them were in their work clothes, and they just followed along. I was just surprised because I really didn't. I knew it was too much. It was too much for me, but that was my friend, so I went the extra mile. And I saw them come, and the reason they came is because what's important to them is important to me. And so they showed me the same thing in return. Whatsoever man soweth, that should he also reap. And so they just showed up, and I felt a sense of, they took away all the stress, they took away all the burden. It was just a fun atmosphere being in them, and I really was not tired. Being around them just energized me. So, It's your focus has not must not be about you. Your focus must not be about you. In churches, we find that this is a real problem. This is a real problem. And the reason why this is a real problem is because as pastors, we identify people's gift in order to help our vision or to help us. And it shouldn't be like that. We empower people, we mobilize them, we work their gifts, but we only work it for us. We don't work it for them. We work it so we can look good. All right? We don't put the sister in charge of the anniversary that's not going to raise the good offering. We don't want that. We don't want that one. We don't put the brother in charge that's not going to make us look good. See, it's all about helping them and not us. And that's why people are used and they feel used, they feel taken advantage of. Because it was never, okay, if it's about my gift, if it's about my gift, then even if I don't meet the quota, it's about my gift. So I shouldn't get riled. I shouldn't get fussed out because it's about my gift. But if I don't hit the quota, then it's a problem because I put you there because you're going to get the money for me or you're going to make me look good. You leaders, it's not about you. See, when it becomes about you, people will quickly detect that it's not about them. It's just about you. And when people find out your motivation, they're going to dwindle right away. Who wants to be around somebody that doesn't value them? Who wants to be around them? Who wants to be around somebody that is just pushing them down? Remember I told you earlier that if you don't like people or if you don't like a person, you shouldn't lead them. So you got to be very careful. You got to be very careful as a leader to not let your motivation be making you look good. Selfishness, and making you look good. It's always about making that person look good. So if I fail at, I'm the anniversary chairperson. If I fail at that, okay, now, as a leader, you should come to me, or you should be able to assess and figure out where have I gone wrong? What do I need to do to kind of, right? And not just make me look like a failure or make me look like, oh, you don't know what you're doing or whatever. See, then your motivation is wrong. And see, that makes people feel used. Yes, you can get used in church. Yes, you can get used by your boss. Yes, you can be used by your supervisor. And you will feel used when it is never about you. I hear horror stories all the time about when people don't meet their quota, how the supervisors just down their throat because I don't care what you have to do if you're sick, if you're crossing over, whatever you're going through. I don't care. All I know, I want this done. You know, I was listening to a conversation. Someone's playing back a voice note. I was listening to it, and you know their day off. You know what their boss said? I don't care. I need somebody here. On their day off. I mean, you don't care. That's my day off. I need somebody here. I don't care. I just need somebody here. See, people feel used when it's about you and not them. So, in order for people not to feel used, it can't come across as it is about them or you and not them. Leaders suppose or should have the ability to identify giftings in people and try to figure out, how do I make that gift better? How do I show them how to maximize that gift? How do I show them how to enlarge in that gift so that their life can be better? Not enlarging the gift so that my church could be better. Not enlarging the gift so that my shop could be better. Not enlarging the gift so that my team could be better. Not enlarging that gift so that I could be the best leader in Nassau. No, it's not about that. Enlarging the gift. My teachings, and I knew it from the first day I started. My teachings are designed to teach you out of my life. I want you to grow so big that you become bigger than I am. Jesus says to his disciples, greater works than these shall ye do. The reason why the prophet Elijah and Elisha, right? One did 16 miracles and the other one did 32. Well, whatever, however it fixed. One did twice as much as the other. And that's why they referred to him as the double portion. Because you're supposed to be greater. You're supposed to be greater. Now, you're not going to be greater if you're hid under me. You cannot be greater. And so, a leader must identify people's gift for them and help them to become better. So I realized that I'm going to teach some of y'all right out of my life. And when I teach you out of my life, I make room for somebody else to come in, and I'm going to teach them out of my life. I'm not going to stop until I teach them right out of my life. Because I want them to become better. I don't want me to become any better. It's not about me. God have given me the resources. God have given me the gifting. And when Dr. Paul Kreitz met me at the Sheraton British Colonial Hotel in Nassau, he called me and he began to talk to me. And he said to me, what you have is not for you. That was so powerful. What I have was not for me. He says, to share it. And my life took a different turn after I began to share what I had on the inside of me with others, and then doors began to open. I'm trying now to do my master's because I want more to be able to help people. I want more to be able to help people. Pastor Delton Ellis, I called him up and I said to him, when I was going after my first degree, I said to him, what is the benefit of it? And he said to me, Pastor Scott, I'll tell you this. If it doesn't do anything for you, the personal development it's going to do, it's going to be sufficient. And that was what I needed to hear. And so I went after it. I mean, it was traumatic, it was struggling, but what it did for me personally was just so very powerful. People will feel used when they live in an environment that doesn't include them other than your service. You employ their service for your job. And I said, I do not like to work in an environment where it's just, if I can't do the job, you don't need me around. If I'm not doing the job to your liking, you don't need me around. Listen, it is never about pleasing you. It's about pleasing God. It is never about pleasing you as a leader. It's all about pleasing God. Because guess what? You can never please some people. And so people feel used when they are in an environment where it is all about the leader, it is all about the CEO, it's all about the boss, and nothing is about them. There's no empowerment. The reason why they expose you to workshops is because they want to make more money and not want to make you a better person. So what if I expose you to some seminars that makes you a better leader, and then therefore you are able to make more money in a different area? You still, the idea is, I got my foundation here. And so you can never change that. All right, on Thursday, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? So stop using people. Stop using people to make your dream look good, your theme look good, your company look good, your church look good, your department look good. Use people to make themselves look good. Stop taking advantage of people. Use people to make themselves look good. It's not always about your dream. They're dreaming too. So let's get into what they're dreaming. So what are we going to talk about on Thursday, God's Spare Life? We're going to talk about navigation. Navigation. Leaders are in your life to navigate you through them dark periods. They're going to come. Leaders are there to navigate people. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Absolutely beautiful broadcast. Go back, listen to it over and over again, because there are a lot of you out there watching me tonight that are being used not for your gifting to come out and be a blessing to you, but you are being used for your gifting to bless them. And that's wrong. When you identify me, when you use my gift, or when you see my gift, God gave me my gift to be a blessing to me, not channel it towards you. So we got to be very careful. We got to be very careful that we're not seen as using people. It's all about, I want my church to look good. I want my praise team to sound good. I want my musicians to sound good. What are you doing to develop that person as a musician? What is their dream? What is it that they want to do? Someone can play a guitar, but they may not like playing the guitar. But you want them playing the guitar because you want a guitar in your using people. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do? Leaders have the ability to navigate and find out what is it that people want to do, where they want to go. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. God bless you. Have an absolutely beautiful evening. Thank you so much for watching the broadcast. I'm your friend, Bishop Scott. God bless you. Have